Are you tired of feeling overwhelmed and stressed out? In today's fast paced world, it's easy to neglect our mental well being. However, taking care of your mental health is crucial for living a happy and fulfilling life. In today's video, I'll explore the importance of prioritizing our mental health in 2025 and provide you with practical tips and strategies that will help you achieve a healthier and more balanced lifestyle. So if you're ready to take control of your mental health and start living your best life, then keep watching. Welcome back to my channel. If you're seeing this face for the very first time, my name is Patience Ehidiamen. I'm a registered nurse and a registered mental health nurse. In this channel, I film about faith, nursing, lifestyle, as well as beauty. In today's video, I'll be talking about how to protect your mental health in 2025. First thing first, what is mental health? At least let us know what it is to be mentally healthy. Now, I'm going to read to you what the WHO defines mental health is, which is the World Health Organization. It says, WHO states that mental health is a state of well-being that enables individuals to cope with life stresses, realize their abilities, learn well, work productively, and contribute to their communities. For me, I would say mental health is a full harmonious functioning of the whole personality or of your whole well-being. Now, how do you know you are mentally healthy? What are the qualities of a good mental health? One, you have to be happy with yourself, happy with others, and be able to handle day-to-day pressure. What does it mean for you to be happy with yourself? One, you have to incorporate the habit of having high self-esteem, be confident in yourself, set attainable goals or realistic goals for yourself, able to accept situations how it is, whether positive or negative. You have the consistent desire to improve on yourself. You're confident about yourself. Now, what does it mean to be happy with others? You're able to appreciate others the way they are. You're able to establish lasting, or you're able to establish lasting relationship with others, and you're able to be happy for them when they are happy, and you're able to be there for them when they also need you. Ability to handle day-to-day pressure. You are able to adapt to changes whenever they occur. Able to face each day's problem as they come. You are open to new experiences and new ideas. You're realistic in setting your goals and objectives. You're setting realistic goals and objectives that won't weigh you down when you do not achieve them. What can affect our mental health? What are the things that can really affect this mental health? They are so numerous, but I really just pick some few and talk about that, so this video won't have to be too long. One of them is social media. You know, the life painted in the social media these days gives that mindset of perfectionism. You want everything to be perfect, from your looks to the extent that an individual give themselves goals that are not attainable or that are not achievable for them, unrealistic goals based on what they have seen their idol or their celebrity is achieving on social media. They want to also replicate those things in their life. Mind you, some of these things are lies, some of these things are not realistic. So in process of giving yourself unrealistic goals, you see yourself putting too much pressure on yourself, trying to achieve these things, and make you break down in the process. Okay, for instance, I managed a patient some time back now, and this patient she came down with depression, and one of the reasons why she fell into depression was the fact that one of her idol has this perfect look. A girl has this perfect look, you know, has her shape, everything is just intact. So she gave herself that goal that she has to also do all these things to make sure she has this kind of shape, this kind of look, this kind of skin tone, and all of that. And in the process of trying to gather or put finances in place to achieve all of this, she found out that, first of all, to do the procedure to get that shape she desire, the money is really, really outrageous. And in the process of trying to put one or two together to achieve this money, the goals for her were unrealistic, was unattainable. She then broke down, she became depressed, she didn't like her body, she kept saying this body is not hers. But in trying to achieve what she wants is not easy for her because she doesn't have the means to do that. Now social media has played a role in her part by not by giving her this perfect kind of lifestyle that isn't real. So for me, social media can either break or make you. So it's better you position your mind in a positive way, not expect too much from this social media, and put your mind on who you are. Love yourself the way you are. Love yourself the way you are. Then at the end of the day, you see yourself appreciating yourself even more. For me, if you want to cut out or reduce the effect of this social media, you can do engage yourself in what is called social media detox, or you discipline yourself. That social media detox is, you can tell yourself you just want to you only be online for 1 hour a day, and you discipline yourself on the things you're allowed to follow, the kind of persons you want to follow on social media that will be beneficial to your lifestyle and that will be productive to you. So this one effect is the social media, we can either be positive to you or negative to you. In this instance I already gave, you can see it's actually was negatively productive for my clients. So it's better we use social media as a form of positive avenue to learn good things rather than position ourselves to take up some things that will be unrealistic to us, goals that we cannot achieve, and at the end of the day, making us break down mentally. Then the second thing I would like to talk about that affects our mental health is workplace stress, the stress from our workplace. Like I will always say, most employers, they'll give you targets or goals you have to achieve as an employee. And as an employee, you want to carry out those duties. Of course, you are being paid to carry out those duties. And some of these duties are overwhelming. You see yourself trying to carry out one role or the other, getting home too late, stressed out, burnt out. At the end of the day, you can't even find yourself. What I always tell myself is, when it comes to a job that you have to carry out, or a service you have to carry out, there are two things I always tell myself. One, it has to be pleasurable. Then two, I have to have passion for that particular thing. For me, these two things is what is going to help you, in fact, distinguish you among other employees in that workplace. When you see yourself in a toxic environment, the job you're doing, you're no longer, it doesn't give you joy. You're always anxious, you're having sleepless nights, waking up in the morning to get ready for work, you are grumbling, you are not happy. My sister, please quit and re-strategize, retrace your steps, because on the long run this is going to affect your mental health. You're not happy with what you're doing, you're not productive in that thing. Unlike when you do something from your mind, something that is pleasurable to you, something you have passion for, you're going to sit down and do that thing very well. Even when others are struggling to carry out that duty, you see yourself doing it effortlessly. My dear, our mental health is priority. In this 2025, there's a lot going on. Our mental health should be our number one priority when we want to do anything. If you're applying for a job, ask questions. How is the environment like? What is it? What is your mindset? What is your expectation when it comes to what they pay? Do not squeeze yourself and say, okay, let me just do this. At the end of the day, you see yourself struggling and struggling and struggling because this is not something you really, really want to do. You're just doing it to pass time. And at the end of the day, it's draining you mentally, physically. My dear sister, quit. You get a better one. Your mental health is most important. Now, the third one I would like to talk about, things that affect our mental health. Now, I'll streamline it to females and mothers. Okay, as a young lady, you're trying to carry out the role of a mother, a wife, as well as carrying out your duty. Maybe you're a career woman as well. Doing all of this, trying to juggle up these three roles can be draining and demanding. I know, I'm in that shoe. What I'm going to tell you is this: as a wife and as a mother, do that which you know you can do, and some duties which you know you can delegate. If it's a help, if you know getting a help will help reduce the stress for you, my sister, get it. Because there is no award for the most hardworking. You will only drain yourself out. In fact, you see some wives or some mothers, they've lost their self-esteem, they've lost themselves in the process of trying to play this role of a wife, of a mother, and also a career woman. We can balance this up quite and good. But for those of us that can't, get help that you need. If you need a help that can help you with the house chores, that can help you do some things for your kids, do it, please. It will save you some sanity. It will save you time. It will save you your energy. And you'll see yourself getting refreshed, doing every other thing you want to do effortlessly with no stress. And you see yourself being mentally healthy. That is our priority. And that is the priority of this video, to be mentally healthy, to protect our mental health. Being a wife, being a mother, or being a career woman does not stop you from protecting your mental health. That time you need for that rest, please take it and rest. It is very, very paramount. Now, what are the early signs of mental illness? Or how do you even know that, okay, this person or I in particular, there are some signs of mental illness? They are quite numerous, but I'll just highlight a few here. I had to write them out because they are quite numerous, so I'll have to read them out to you. 1, do you get worried unnecessarily or lack concentration in your work or in your school? 2, do you suffer from lack of sleep? Like you have to take medications before you are able to sleep. You cannot initiate sleep yourself. Like you're tired, you go to bed and you sleep. It's difficult for you. Do you feel unnecessarily happy or unhappy? Like when things does not warrant you to be unhappy, you're unhappy. But when things warrant you to be happy, you are not happy. Do you feel that way? Do you have any suicidal thinking? Like this life is worthless, is not worth living? Or do you feel want to kill yourself? This feeling of worthlessness, hopelessness, do you feel that in one way or the other? Do you feel suspicious of others without any cause? And that is paranoia. Do you feel paranoid of some persons without no cause? They've not done anything to you, but you just feel paranoid about them. Do you feel these signs of detachment from reality, or you hear voices that only you hear, others does not hear those voices, just you are in a place, you hear voices? Do you sometimes feel significantly tired with low energy, you don't want to do anything? Do you experience crawling sensations around your body? All these symptoms I have mentioned, are they persistent for over a period of time, not just a day or two? They are persistent for weeks, for months. Please, if any of these signs I have mentioned, either 1 or 2, 3 or more, you've experienced any of these signs, or you have someone that have experienced any of these signs, please and please seek help from your psychiatrist or a psychologist. It is very, very important to do that, because we have to take care of ourselves so we can be able to take care of others. As the saying goes, you can't give from an empty cup. Okay, let me use an example now. When you're in a flight, maybe there's a turbulence, you drop down this oxygen mask for each and every one. And you see the flight attendant will always tell you as an individual that, please wear your mask first before you help others, because you have to be okay first before you are able to render help to another person. So please and please, let's put our mental health into consideration and let it be a priority for us this 2025. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope this video you have been able to learn a thing or two, and also let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If there are some mental health signs I didn't mention that you know, please put it up in the comment section. If this video was helpful, don't forget to give me a huge thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in my very next one. Bye.